Hey, what's up guys? What's Garage here. Today I'm going to be waxing my car and I want to show you guys what product I've been using lately. But before I get into all that, I just want to put it out there that I'm no professional detailer or anything like that, but I do enjoy keeping my car clean, and I've used my fair share of products for over the last decade or so, all the way back to the days of Zano. And for those of you guys who don't know what Zano is, it's a product where, and it's a really great product actually, where you have to layer down one layer and wait 30 minutes to 45 minutes for it to cure before you can layer on the second layer. And by the time you're done with all of it, you could have anywhere from 3 to 7 layers of this polish on your car, which could easily take up the entire weekend to do. But nowadays I don't have time to deal with that anymore, so I found this new product called Fusso Coat, which works really great. So I like it so much that I bought 2 of the variations. It comes with, so actually both of these products are the same. One of them is made for lighter color cars. If you guys have followed my channel, you know I have a white M3 and a black M5, so I have one for each. Realistically, you can actually use either one for either car. There's not much of a big difference from what I've found. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to note is Fusso Coat no longer makes this particular formula. Well, they do still make Fusso Coat, but there's a new formula that came out recently. And from what I've seen in the reviews, it's not as good of a product as this older version you see here. I personally really love this version, so if you guys are still able to go out and find this, I suggest you pick it up as soon as possible. And I like it so much that I actually bought another extra can of the black coat. And one of these cans will last you a very, very long time. You can probably do more coats on the car than you could possibly ever do, because it just lasts so long, and a little bit goes a very long way. So I've been calling this thing a wax, but it's more like a PTFE polymer type of sealant. And I'm not going to get into all the jargon and details about it, but pretty much, PTFE is a similar type of product they put on nonstick pans. And if you ever had experience with nonstick pans, you pour water on it, it's extremely hydrophobic. It just slides right off. And that's basically what happens when you apply this on your car. And that's why I love it so much. Soft 99, which is the company that makes Fusso Coat, claims that this stuff will last up to 12 months, as you can see on this can right here. It might last the whole 12 months if you don't drive your car much and you park it in a garage all the time. Personally, I garage my cars, and before the whole pandemic where I would daily drive my cars, I'd say it definitely, for me personally, lasts at least 6 months. So I would normally put a new coating on once every 6 months, but lately I've been driving much less, and I noticed it could easily last over 8 months or so. So going back to the topic where I was mentioning earlier, I no longer have much time to wax a car. This stuff is just amazing because you can just layer down one layer, be done with it, and it'll last you a very long time. And alternatively, you guys are probably wondering, why don't I just go and do a ceramic coat? Well, I prefer to stick with this because if I do decide to try a different product or revert to it, I can still strip it down and use something else. So personally, that's why I like using Fusso Coat. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how I apply this onto the car. I noticed there's a lot of misconception on this product where people say it's extremely hard to remove off the car. The main reason behind that, which I have done accidentally in the past when I first started using this product, was I layered on it too thick, and I left it on too long for it to dry before buffing it off. So the key is to layer it on as thin as you possibly can, because a little goes a very long way with this stuff. And make sure you don't wait too long for it to dry. Right now I'm doing this in my garage and it's pretty warm, so I think I'm probably gonna just layer on a coating. Probably wait about maybe just 5 minutes, 5, 6, maximum 7 minutes for it to cure before buffing it off. So let's get to it. One thing I do want to mention is that this stuff smells absolutely horrendous. If you're doing it inside a garage like I am here, I highly suggest you wear a good respirator and gloves. And here's what it looks like inside the can when you pop it open. As you can tell, I used a lot of this stuff already. This is what a new can looks like. It comes with a large foam applicator. I prefer not to reuse the original foam applicator, so I purchased additional new ones, as you can see here. And as I mentioned earlier, a little goes a very, very long way with this stuff. When you're applying it, you want to make sure to apply as thin of a coat as possible and evenly. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for you to remove once it cures. Here's what the coat should look like while you're waiting for it to cure. If you have it on any thicker than this, you're putting on way too much. Buffing it off should be pretty easy. You shouldn't have to put too much effort into it, but if you find yourself having to apply a lot of pressure to buff it out, it's likely that you either put too much product or you waited too long for it to cure. Here's what it looks like once you finish buffing it off. If you're working in a very warm temperature area, it's going to cure pretty fast. So I would suggest you doing just one panel at a time, especially if it's your first time. But if you have experience doing this and can move quickly, or the temperature is cooler, you might be able to apply the Fusso Coat onto maybe 2 or maximum maybe 3 panels at a time before buffing it off. One thing you'll notice when using this is it very easily collects into little crevices, as you can see here. So you want to make sure to avoid it if you can, and also make sure to avoid the window seals. If you're looking for the highest level of gloss possible, Fusso Coat's probably not what you should be looking for. It's mainly good for durability, but as most cases goes, it mainly depends on your preparation work. Here's a clip showing the hydrophobic capability of Fusso Coat, which is by far my favorite attribute of it. As you can see, I'm spraying with a water hose right here. It just immediately beads and rolls right off the car. And here I'm using a water hose without any pressure, and it really just displays the water sheeting capability of it. But you're also probably wondering how it would look on a dirty car. So here's my M5. I applied Fusso Coat on it 5 months ago, and I'm just running water over it, and as you can see, it's just pushing off the dirt and dust, and just completely rolls it off without any effort or any pressure at all. And you can see here the water just shoots off the nose of the car. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.